Whoa! Hello, everyone. This is Hoodie D with the GCA. I am joined here by my co-host, Lady Medea. Magda, how are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Of course. We just saw the new Planet of the Apes movie, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and we're going to talk about it a little bit here. This movie is following off of the recent rebooted trilogy that started in 2011 with the Rise of the Planet of the Apes movie, which I thought was a sleeper. I still do. It's a pretty good movie. And the two sequels that were directed by Matt Reeves are pretty good movies, in my opinion. You got Dawn of the Planet of the Apes there, and then you have War for the Planet of the Apes. And both of those, I think, are pretty solid movies. So making a fourth movie, especially set. It's been 7 years since the last movie came out, so this franchise hasn't had any hype riding on it. It kind of just came out of nowhere, and I gotta say, I did enjoy the movie. It was not bad by any means. It wasn't a 10 out of 10, but I did enjoy it for what it was. This movie is set 300 years after the last movie. It is well after the reign of Caesar. It's past that time. Apes are the dominant species of the planet now. Humanity is still uh, a part of the planet, but they are not the dominant species, and they are not what they used to be by any means. The apes are the dominant species on the planet, and this story follows an ape named Noah, who is from a ape clan who I guess they're a bird eagle clan, and it's a journey about him and what he goes through, along with some friends, and what they end up doing will impact the future of not only apes but also humanity. So there's a lot of themes there that's being played around with. Um, it does dive into some interesting themes, which we'll talk about, but overall, the movie is visually gorgeous, visually stunning. Every single scene was beautiful. The CG work was incredible with the apes and their expressions and the way that they do the, expressing motion and reacting to things. I think the final fight of this movie, I'm not going to spoil that, but I do think that that final fight there is some of the best CGI I've seen in recent years. The I really enjoyed seeing kind of a post-apocalyptic world. I love those kind of things where you see cities that are being overtaken by nature. They have like vines and trees growing on them. I'm a sucker for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So this movie did a great job with that. Without getting into spoilers, Magda, what are your initial thoughts on this movie?
Well, I did enjoy it. Like you said, it was not as good as the previous two, especially the third one, the War for the Planet of the Apes. That was my favorite so far. But the movie was really good. And one thing that you have to know about me is that I don't go to movies expecting much anymore. Basically, for past few years, with the with how the movie industry had been, I just told myself, you know what, don't think too much of the movie. You're not gonna be disappointed. You're just gonna go and see it, enjoy it, take it for what it is. Don't expect too much of it, and it's gonna be better that way. So um, I never say anything bad about the movies, and unless there were a few that obviously in the past couple years that oh god, okay, we don't get into it, but I must say so far I don't know if it's just the set of mind that I have, or what it is. The past few movies that we watched and reviewed, I really liked, and I really enjoyed. And this one actually is one of the better ones that I watched. Like past 3 or 4 movies that we talked about. Very captivating, just like you said. Visually, this movie is state of art, wonderful. Um, Basically they combining the cutting edge visual effects and the motion capture performances. The apes come to life beautifully, absolutely beautifully. Their feelings, their emotions are captured with the, dazzling detail. And they pull you in. You actually you can get emotional, along with them. You know what they're feeling. So I have to agree with you there. That's the technology came such a long way since, even since the last one, and actually traditionally all the Planet of the Apes movies had been, well made when it comes to um the effects, but visual effects. But this one really takes a prize. And yeah, and also the main character Noah, who has nothing to do with Caesar from the previous installments. um I think there is very special arc to that character. You can see that he's trying to continue what Caesar started.
Let's get into spoilers a little bit here.
Okay.
Um, when it comes to this movie and its plot, we start with Noah, who is this ape, part of this eagle clan, and his dad is called the Bird Master. He is able to, you know, tame these birds. He has a bunch of birds that he lives with, and these eagles, they call to him. He can kind of use them to attack people, that kind of thing. So, what is happening? There's a ceremony the next morning, and each kid of the tribe has to find a bird egg, and then they're going to let it hatch, and that's going to be their bird. What ends up happening though is he runs into a human, and she basically squashes his egg, and he has to try to go find a new one. And when he does go to try to find that new egg, he runs into a group of gorillas, another group of apes who are an offset. They're not part of this clan. They are a part of a bigger kingdom that's ran by this guy named Proximus, who I have to say, I thought Proximus was a pretty cool villain. What do you think, Magda?
Yes, he was, absolutely. He was pretty smart too. Kind of keeping all the apes in a steel grip. But yeah, he was obviously, he had an agenda, but
Oh
um,
yeah, he definitely had an agenda, and what I did like about him was that was smart enough to recognize,
mhm,
what evolution is and the concept of that,
yeah,
and he was not happy where they are at. He wants to be further. He wants to speed up that process, and what that ties into is there's a huge vault that he has built his kingdom around, and the goal of them is trying to break into this vault because there is all kinds of human technology, human weapons, and that's what he wants. He wants to evolve the ape species so that they can eventually eradicate humanity because he is not a fan of the humans. So it was a very interesting battle, between him and the apes that he captured from the other clan to do this work. What I really found interesting with Noah is what he was told growing up as a child.
hmm
He was not told the full story of what happened
hmm
in the past. He was not told about Caesar and what Caesar stood for. Apes together strong, ape no kill ape. That's like the punchline. And that has kind of been lost. And that's why I really did enjoy that character. His name was Buka or Rucka. And he was kind of the wisdom character. He is the legacy of Caesar, passing down that same wisdom, that same knowledge to whoever will listen to him. But unfortunately, there are those who likes to twist Caesar's words into something that they don't mean, and that's who Proximus is. So overall, I did enjoy the movie. Magda, is there anything you want to talk about as far as spoilers?
well, so I think the important part of the movie is the moment when they they were in a bunker. They got into that vault, let's say, and they found that picture book. I don't know if you remember that.
Yep.
It had the monkeys and apes. They were locked in the vault, in a vault, in a cages, and they were looking at it and kind of, I think, learning what the past used to be. Like that's where the apes were. They were basically controlled by humans, and kind of they had no freedom whatsoever. um and and then later at the end, when he says goodbye to May, and she tells him that humans deserve to have a chance to be dominant species again. And then he starts to wonder, okay, what is going to happen to apes? What's going to happen to their freedom? Where are they gonna be in that whole picture? And I think it's a good point of the movie. Like, you can see that the humans and apes are important. Both species are important, but where is that gonna end? Like, who are you gonna root for in the end? Like, it's interesting. And of course, we know that it sets up the ground for the, I think it's gonna be part of trilogy, right? Two more installments that are gonna
There's
be.
4 more coming.
Oh, okay. Whoa, all
Yeah.
right. Well, then that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see where it's gonna take us, and how they gonna play that.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Overall, I enjoyed it for what it is. Again, I do prefer the Matt Reeves, especially the last movie, The War for the Planet of the Apes. Um, but this was not bad by any means, so don't take that as me saying it's bad. Overall, I would give this movie a 8 out of 10. What about you, Magda?
I think I'm at seven out
Okay.
of 10. It's a strong, it's strong seven. We're not gonna put any decimals behind it, but yeah, strong seven.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
Well, we got a few more of these movies coming out. It looks like they announced today that there's going to be 4 more coming.
yeah,
So we'll look forward to that. And I heard last night Thursday preview openings was the highest that it's been for the franchise yet. So
good
that's a
to
good sign, right?
good to hear. Oh yeah, oh
That's a
yeah.
good sign. So word of mouth is spreading about this movie. I know a few friends who are going to go see it. So hopefully it's something that people enjoy.
Yes, yes, and I guess we have a faith in those kind of movies again. I guess the action movies, and we'll see what the future is going to bring. But that's a good beginning. That's a good beginning.
Absolutely.